his dream was always to be a boxer. So I know what I'm up against. You know, I look at all these small details, but I spar, I do my film study, all that type of stuff. I keep it professional, but on the night, that's different. All that stuff goes out the window, and you just got to be relentless.
They're not sparring. They're moving around with him, touching him up, a little jab and a little technical bull. They're not sparring. Lawrence Okoye's quite a good puncher. He's big now. Jake Paul's not good enough to spar.
About that, but I mean, you got to give it up to Jake Paul. He must have a big old nut sack on him. I think he can go in there and take out Anthony Joshua. I'm fired up for the fight, but I also am a little bit scared for Jake.
Step into the ring with Anthony Joshua, and you're stepping into a war, not a YouTube video. That's the chilling reality Jake Paul is about to face. This time, Joshua didn't throw punches. He delivered a warning so sharp it could cut through hype. With icy calm and lethal precision, the former heavyweight champion made it crystal clear. Boxing is not a playground for clout, viral stunts, or empty bravado. Selling fights online is one thing, surviving them in the ring is another, and the difference is merciless. Paul has been warned. Cross that line, and the repercussions won't be part of a promotion. They'll be permanent, life-changing, and unforgettable. Anthony Joshua isn't just talking. He's sending a message nobody in boxing can ignore.
Thank you for having me. Well, you got to give credit to Jake and his team. They reached out to me, to be fair. And it was a great opportunity for me. So it's an opportunity for me to fight. I wanted to take 12 months out of the game. And I'd done that. And then it was time to get back to work. So I was planning on fighting anyway. And actually, I would have been fighting this weekend if I had it my way. And this opportunity presented itself. And I said, yeah, why not? It's great. I think it's massive. It's colossal. It's making big news. We're bringing marketability together with ability. Those two worlds collide. You got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. And we're here in Miami. We're bringing Europe, Africa, Asia, Nigeria, the whole world together to watch this show on Netflix. It's going to be phenomenal. And that's how we ended up here, basically. Two guys that just want to...
As the world counts down to the mammoth December 19th heavyweight collision in Miami, featuring one of boxing's most dominant marquee names against the sport's most controversial modern disruptor, Anthony Joshua's words sliced through the noise like a sharpened blade. This wasn't media banter, and it wasn't hype-building theater. There was no smile, no sales pitch, and no attempt to entertain. What Joshua delivered was raw intent. A cold, calculated reminder that this is his world, built on years of punishment, sacrifice, and elite-level warfare. He made it clear that stepping into the ring with him isn't about views, followers, or headlines. It's about survival. Joshua wasn't trying to scare anyone. He was stating a fact. Cross that line, enter that ring, and you accept the consequences that come with it. This wasn't a challenge. It was a warning written in experience, power, and absolute certainty.
Level. So that makes sense. I've been vindicated. He's now fighting fake Paul in what will be a massive mismatch. If this is correct, and it's 10-ounce gloves in the professional boxing rules, 8 3-minute rounds, it's not going to go 2 rounds, is it? It shouldn't do. Shouldn't last the rounds. But we're going to have to wait and see, aren't we? It's hard to get your head around. It's hard to know what to say about this. AJ's obviously excited about it, about making some serious bunts. And Jake Paul's telling us that he's going to shut all the haters up by jumping in there with AJ. So what is actually going off? We're not going to know, are we, until the fight actually, till the first bell goes. We're not going to know what's actually behind all this. And we can't start throwing accusations of any sort of skullduggery going off, because we've got to take it at face value. It's not an exhibition. So nothing's pre-scripted.
Rising heavyweight Moses Itama didn't mince words, urging Jake Paul to prioritize his health over the payday, emphasizing that a single miscalculated punch in the ring could leave lasting consequences. The warning wasn't just about bruises or black eyes. It was about the kind of damage that could alter a career or, worse, a life. Adding to the chorus of caution, former professional Amir Khan weighed in bluntly, making it clear that Anthony Joshua isn't just another opponent. Khan warned that Joshua's power is no joke and that Paul could face serious harm, including the terrifying possibility of brain damage. These voices from inside the sport aren't concerned with hype or online battles. They speak from experience, knowledge, and respect for the brutal realities of heavyweight boxing. For Paul, this isn't just another fight. It's a high-stakes gamble with his own well-being on the line.
what? I think it's a great fight, and I think Joshua sparked him out in like 2 rounds. Really? Yeah. Why do you look surprised when I don't?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's going to get hurt badly, and this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. Man, AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
Well, when you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat styles there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So,
and that's why you don't look. You can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to.
Jake Paul's nose has taken a noticeable hit during his grueling sparring sessions, showing visible changes in shape as he ramps up for his massive heavyweight clash with Anthony Joshua. This isn't just media hype or a clever promotional angle. What's happening is a real testament to the physical demands of training at the elite level. Sparring with seasoned heavyweights isn't about showboating. It's about testing limits, absorbing power, and preparing for the unforgiving reality inside the ring. Each punch, each exchange, leaves its mark, and Paul's evolving injury is a clear signal of the intensity he's facing. Fans might see it as a minor cosmetic change, but for a fighter, it's a reminder of the risks, the pain, and the sacrifices required to compete at the highest stage. This training turned into a visible battlefield.
Couple millimeters. I'm not gonna lie, the sparring, the heavyweights, my nose has a slight little something in there. A guy by the name of Frank Sanchez, he definitely cracked it a little bit. But yeah, man, it's bad. Wait, hold on. Look at that, dude. Like, Squidward, dog. But don't respect me for getting in there. Respect me when I beat his ass. If I'm just walking into a fight, I'm going to win. That's what's gonna shock the world. I will become king of boxing.
Jake Paul's choice to face Anthony Joshua isn't merely about chasing a massive payday. It's a decision that has sparked serious concern across the boxing world. Many experts worry that this fight risks putting the sport's reputation on the line, turning a historic discipline into a spectacle for clicks and views. Critics argue that pitting a YouTube-turned boxer against a two-time heavyweight champion with years of experience, unparalleled power, and elite-level skill isn't just risky. It borders on disrespecting the sport itself. Former champions and seasoned analysts have openly questioned whether such crossover bouts undermine boxing's credibility, warning that it could transform the ring into a stage for entertainment rather than genuine competition. The fear is that instead of celebrating athleticism and strategy, fans are witnessing a mismatch designed for social media buzz, leaving the legacy of professional boxing vulnerable to ridicule and doubt.
Wrong. Who's to blame?
You can all say we wouldn't have done it. Anybody would put it on. We would have all done it. So the money that's at stake is mad. If something goes wrong, I think boxing needs to have a look at itself. Because in reality, if Jake Paul wants to have a fight, a real fight with Anthony Joshua, and there's no restrictions at all, then whoever's commissioned that to say, yes, go ahead, you're risking the reputation of our sport. When Jake Paul gets knocked out, if it's brutal, we're going to get that. Oh, this should never have happened. Boxing is disgusting.
Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. What do you think about that matchup, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua?
I don't know if he's ever sparred anybody that large and that athletic that hits that hard, who's not in there trying to take care of him. And you see it multiple times when someone receives their first real beating and they're having post-concussion syndromes, they're having headaches, they can't remember things. It changes people as a fighter, and I'm a little bit nervous about that. But I mean, you got to give it up to Jake Paul. He must have a big old nut sack on him. I think he can go in there and take out Anthony Joshua. I'm fired up for the fight, but I also...
The build-up to Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul has been a storm of skepticism, controversy, and high-stakes drama, with former champions, analysts, and insiders openly questioning whether this fight should even happen. Carl Froch doubts the bout's legitimacy, calling out Paul's sparring claims as exaggerated and insisting he wants proof before believing the YouTuber is truly prepared for a heavyweight showdown. Tony Bellew and other veterans have slammed the idea of influencer fights, warning of potential long-term damage and the risk of boxing's credibility being tarnished. Even commentators like Johnny Nelson acknowledge Paul's business genius but remain unconvinced of his elite fighting credentials, noting the vast experience gap between him and Joshua. Meanwhile, Paul himself exudes confidence, claiming cracks in Joshua's armor and arguing that recent losses make this a window of opportunity. Yet for Joshua, the stakes are immense, not just money, but his legacy, with pressure to deliver a decisive win. As fight night approaches, fans are left asking, will AJ dominate and silence the critics, or could Paul shock the world with an upset? Drop your prediction in the comments below, smash that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest heavyweight showdown updates. You won't want to miss a single punch.